Hey, what's good, everybody? This is your boy Ced Banner, and this is my review of Black Panther. So, this is my first review of 2018. I took a little bit of hiatus from the theater, but we're hitting it back heavy now. Saw Black Panther tonight, and the reviews will be pretty steady and regular going forward through the summer with all these releases we're getting. The film is directed by Ryan Coogler. This guy is only like, I think, 32 or 33 years old, and his work fascinates me, man, especially this film. This film fascinated me because when you think about how young he is, and if you look at his resume, he has experience, but when you watch his films, you would think he has a lot more. His work is so seasoned and mature. Very impressive, and I was very happy to see him bring that to this character and this world in Wakanda. There are a lot of high points in this film, a lot of things that stand out. I would probably say the biggest win for Marvel with this film is the casting. Man, the casting is awesome, and if I name off everybody and talk about how great they did, it'll take several minutes. I'm not going to do that. But all of the actors and actresses do a great job. Nobody slacks in this film. Forrest Whitaker is there. If you've watched some of my older reviews, you know, he kind of annoys me because I feel like he's the same guy in every movie. But he fits in here. He does a great job. Michael B. Jordan really impressed me as the villain. And I can't really go over any details about him without giving spoilers for those who haven't seen it, so I won't do that. But what I will say is I love how his character was used, how the writers did his storyline. I mean, this is a guy who is just your average street-raised black guy from Cali, but he's deeply in touch with his roots. He knows who he is, he knows where he's from, and he's very invested in that. And I felt like that was one of many messages in this film. The set pieces are awesome. Wakanda is a beautiful, beautiful sight to see on the big screen. And if you're able to see it in IMAX like I did, definitely do that. It's well worth it. Even scenes that aren't action scenes look great. Coogler does an awesome job with his direction there. Definitely a beautiful movie to see. It's a lot of eye candy, if nothing else. Storyline I thought was awesome. I wasn't really able to catch any holes or really find any mistakes, and to be able to take a film for a character that's already been introduced. We already know, you know, T'Challa's father died. He was killed in Civil War. You know, that was a pretty climatic moment, so it should be hard and difficult to create a introductory film or installment for this character. They did a great job. You get a lot of background on Wakanda and the vibranium that's there. You really get a lot of background on T'Challa and what formed him and his people and the tribes there in Wakanda and around Wakanda. And there's also a lot of tie-ins, of course, with Avengers, being that Infinity Wars is coming out. And it's all done so smoothly. I was very impressed with all of that. Great plot, great writing. I'm always talking about pacing. That's a big thing for me. If I had to find one negative with the film, I would say that there were several points where I felt like the pacing was off. And I feel like that's because the film is such a... trying to think of the right word to say. It could be kind of frantic sometimes because there's so much going on. You have the spiritual aspect. You have the family aspect, you have the heritage and lineage aspect, you have the action, the superhero aspect, the danger. It's a lot going on, and it meshes well, but there are times where I felt like the pacing was a little off. That will be my one and only negative for the film. I also talk a lot about the score, you know, the composition, the background music, how that carries the film. The score in this film is so mixed and festive. It's a great variety and it works together very well. I really enjoyed the score as well. So of course, you know, everybody knows, or most people know, I'm Team DC when it comes to the whole DC versus Marvel thing. And DC's trying to find their footing, they're trying to get things together, and I'm really holding out hope that they will soon. But Marvel, man. Marvel, I'm really impressed. I'm extremely impressed. I can't even hate on them. I can't say anything negative about them, really. Well, I can, but I won't. But with this installment, they did something that I did not think could really be done successfully, and I think a lot of moviegoers probably felt that it couldn't be done successfully. And they took something that's really made for comics, wasn't made for the screen, and they made an awesome product. And I will lastly say, as far as the cast, one of the few white actors, one of the few non-black actors in the film, Andy Serkis, who is the great CGI character actor. He gave us Gollum in the Lord of the Rings franchise. He played Caesar in the Lord of the Rings, the Planet of the Apes franchise. This guy plays Claw. This is Claw, and he kills it. He's great. He's hilarious. He's intimidating. And he fits in well with the rest of the cast and what's going on. So I really enjoyed him on screen as well. And that's all I'll say about it, because this is, of course, one of those movies I can ramble on about all night easily and happily. I won't do that. So, my rating for Marvel's Black Panther is, it's the impossible made possible. That's what I will call it. And for several reasons. Like I said, this is one of those stories that was really made for the comics and wasn't really made to be adapted to film. And there's so many ways this could have went wrong, but it was just done awesomely. There's so much attention to detail, from the set pieces to the costumes to the storylines, tying in with Africa. Even though Wakanda is a fictional place, there's a lot of parts of the stories that really parallel with things that have happened and are going on in Africa. I really appreciated that and really enjoyed it. And everybody, all superhero movie, comic film fans, Marvel fans, are gonna love this movie. I don't see how you couldn't. But I'll state the obvious, of course, black film fans. This is gonna be the movie, if you haven't seen it yet, when you see it, this is the movie that you grew up thinking, oh, they'll never do that. You know what I'm saying? And people say, oh, well, Black Panther isn't the first black superhero. Okay, we had Blade. Blade didn't really want to save anybody. He just hated vampires, and he's half dead. We got Spawn. Spawn literally worked with Satan. We got Blank Man. His cape was a bed sheet. Come on, man. Meteor Man. You know what? Meteor Man was cool. I watched that movie a lot as a kid. He was cool. But if we're being honest, at the end of the day, the people he was fighting a gang of black kids with blonde hair. So it's nice to get this clean-cut, powerful, meaningful black superhero, finally, and to get it on film and get it done the right way. Kudos to Marvel. Kudos to Coogler. Kudos to the cast. Kudos to everybody involved. And that concludes this review. My next review will be for whatever I go see next. There's a lot of movies coming out now, but I'll have something else within the next 1 to 2 weeks, I'm sure. So until my next review, hey.